Hello there, and welcome. Oh, I turned the wrong way. Hello there, and welcome to another video. So we got a bit of a different one here today. So one of the things I said I wanted to do when the creation kit comes out properly is I wanted to kind of do a review of mods. And I decided what better way to start than with DarkStar Astrodynamics by WykkydGaming. So any of you that are familiar with the channel or the Discord will be familiar with Wicked. He's a member of the Discord and he's put some ships forward and he's kind of chatted like the rest of us. So yeah, so this is a it's a pretty interesting mod. Now this format may be a bit all over the place because it's not something I usually do, so I'm kind of going into the swing of things. So I do apologize. So yeah, so basically the kind of the premise behind this mod is it's meant to be a kind of an upgrade to the new game plus and the idea of your character being a starborn. Simeon, please stop walking around the camera. Which I feel like is something that's needed quite direly to the game because once you get kind of into your new game pluses and stuff, aside from the little intricacies with the suit and the ship being upgraded and your powers, there's not really a whole lot going for it. So there's a little bit of a lore kind of thing that we're going to read just to kind of get into the spirit of it. So, the multiverse. A concept oft considered speculation at best and conspirational at worst. Even as I stepped into the unknown spectacle to become one with the stars, I had no concept of just how much the process would change me. At first, I was an explorer, simply seeking what lay beyond. Eventually, I came to see eye to eye with the mysterious hunter. The quest for power had consumed me. After decimating countless realities, I began to see the error of my ways. While I never truly aligned with the motivations of my false former companion and joined the ranks of the emissary, I was forced to stop and ponder the meaning of it all. I found myself far beyond the point where the endless pursuit had anything left to offer, save for the chance to start anew and abandon the consequences of my actions in any given universe. Finally, I succumbed to the urge to seek stability, to settle down in one reality and live the life I'd abandoned so many jumps in the past. Rather than pretend to be another pilgrim, I traveled for a while, much like the mysterious captain, seeking my fortune and striving to find some niche I could call my own. That's when it struck me. I am starborn. I am also well versed in all forms of science and technology. I have seen far too much on my endless journeys to sit back and ignore what I was capable of. If I could leverage what I learned for profit while helping others of my ilk, then why shouldn't I? DarkStar Astronomics was formed from this inspiration. We take what we've learned of starborn technology and retrofit it into the technology used by mortal men. This allows our fellow starborn to travel the galaxy in disguise, avoiding the suspicions of those who might seek to take advantage of or attack them for who they are. Whether you're hunting your way across the void in search of your next step into the Unity, or attempting to settle down and live a mortal life in relative peace, we have just what you need to accomplish your task. So that's a really, really cool lore blurb, and it kind of I feel like it encompasses what Wicked is attempting to do. So through the course of this video, however long it may take, we're going to basically be going over some of the kind of the main features. So just a quick kind of overview of how it works. So basically, there's three vendors in the game, three ship vendors. There's one at the den, which you can kind of see in front of me there. I'm assuming that's him, the Starborn character. There's also another vendor that will appear when you go through New Game Plus. Oh, sorry, the den is the one for New Game Plus. So the clinic is the one from the base game, and then when you get to New Game Plus, it unlocks the den's character. And this is kind of this mod is very heavily based around like the levels. I think when I was talking to Wicked, he said like New Game Plus 6. I think he said when you get the Starborn Guardian to max rank, that's kind of when it ends. The kind of the perks, because there's different. We've got some. So what we have in the game, we've got some new ship modules. We've got a lot of new weapons that have a tiering system, which we'll go through all of them. There's all new reactors, grav drives, engines, landing gear, cockpits and bridges, shields, new micro fuel tanks and cargo holds, new variation of the scam jammer, comm spike and conduction grid. There's also new NPCs. There's the one that I just spoke about. There's the one in the clinic, and then there's the one in the den. So we'll really quickly, while I'm talking about this, we'll go to the clinic first. Where is the clinic? So I'm on a character that I have been New Game Plus, I believe. I've been on New Game Plus twice at this point. So I won't get to experience everything, but Wicked assured me that that the only kind of real difference between the new games is the weapons and stuff gets a little bit more powerful. So it stays the same, it's just a kind of a stat increase, which is good to know. So we also have a new Outpost and apartment enhancements, which we'll check out in a few moments. And then there's also an optional setting that you can do where you can disable ship intercom with any of the new perks. Now, I will say personally, I wouldn't really avail of that myself, just because I like the kind of the immersion of everything, the hustle and bustle. And I will say it's I mean, it's a nice feature for some people that might, dislike it. But yeah, I personally wouldn't be partial to it. So the other thing Wicked assured me was that when the creation kit comes out, he will be bringing this to. Yes, I look like a farmer. This is an old save. I wanted to have it all, no mods to mess with, just so that there's no confliction. When the creation kit comes out, he endeavors to bring this to Xbox, which I think would be a very good addition because yeah, it's a really good mod from what I've seen. Obviously, but we'll see more as we go. So yeah, let's check out. So we're looking for the vendor. Here he is here.
Got anything you need to offload? Trade authorities always buy. Kiosk right here for you.
Vogue DarkStar. Now, the thing I will kind of point out is, and it's pretty obvious looking at it. So these would be actually that'd be kind of hilarious if this guy was actually one of these mechanics that went through the he went through was like, you know what, I still prefer selling ships to hunting artifacts. But yeah, so there's because of the way the creation kit works, there's going to be a lot of everything in game is going to be vanilla in terms of assets, I believe. So we'll see as we go. All right, so let's talk this. So this guy, you can do the usual. I want to repair my ship, or modify my ship. So straight away, we've got a couple of ships here. We'll modify my Aurora. Now, so this okay, cool. Okay, so it seems to me that this this person only seems to sell the DarkStar stuff. Let me double check the weapons. Yes, they do. Okay, that's actually perfect. They also sell the Vanguard weapons and some Maulers. Okay, interesting. Okay. So one thing I need to also point out, when you download this mod, either via I downloaded through Mod Organizer 2, you get various options on how you want to kind of set up the mod. There's versions that make all of the stats more powerful, like way more powerful. There's versions that make it more balanced. And then there's versions that kind of make it like remove perk requirements and stuff like that. So currently, I have went with the default variant just because that kind of feels like the right thing to do. So what we're going to do is really quickly, we're going to remove the weapons from this vessel. And we're going to do some testing just to kind of showcase what it is we have. Okay, and then where's my exterminator? There they are, perfect. So we'll remove these. So yeah, so this version, Wicked himself said that it's pretty balanced as is, but the kind of the super balanced version, they tweaked some of the stuff just to make it a little bit more for people that want more of a kind of a challenge. But then the thing is, in my kind of the way I'm thinking about it, realistically, the whole point of this mod is because as you progress through Unity, enemies get more harder, like the enemy difficulty increases, even if you're staying on the same difficulty. So enemies are going to get harder as is anyway, and it makes sense, like from the lore point of view, to be able to kind of modify, you know, what's going on and just make stuff better. So really quickly, we're going to. All right, so now we're going to look at some stuff. So we've got the DarkStar MS 2000 Assurance. Okay, cool. So basically, what we have here is we've got A, B, and C class shields, and they're all in the different styles, which I quite like. So again, the object being that he basically modified the shields to kind of make them more. So A class is 2000, which is about double what the A class can get. B class goes up to 3000, which again is about double. And then C class is 4000, which is about 3 times. Now, some people may not like, again, some people may be like, oh, you know, that's a bit overkill. But again, the whole point of the mod is to kind of, it's to showcase, you know, you're a starborn. You're going to have all this technology. You know, surely you would learn something from it. So we're gonna strip our ship apart. We're gonna use some of these modules just to kind of highlight some of the stuff. So let me move my reactor real quick. So our shield generator, where is my shield? My shield is here, perfect. So there's our assurance. So this is our assurance SG-1800, and then this is the DarkStar variant. So as you can see, it uses less power. It has a better recharge rate, 25% recharge rate, and it gives a lot more hull, which is quite nice to have. We're going to put that in its place, and we're going to get rid of our old shield. Now next, we're going to be looking at the reactors. Okay, so again, with the reactors, we've got A, B, and C class reactors, and those reactors seem to cap out at 58 power, depending on the reactors, which is pretty interesting. Okay. So again, I like that he has some smaller reactors here. We're going to make use of this one here. And we're going to... So again, the reactor I had originally, the SF... This is one of the best reactors in the game. So if we look at it, C-Class. So an extra 18 power. Repair rate is double. It's the reactor health is triple. And then it gives 2,500 holes. So it's going to make you a lot tankier, which is going to be really nice. So we're going to slap that in there like so. And then, actually, no, we're not going to slap that. We're going to, we'll get to it in a minute. Now, next we have our grav drive. Again, with the grav drive, we've got 3 variants. Base grav drive, and then the max one goes up to 55, which is quite interesting, considering it, there's not much of a difference. I mean, this is a B class. Oh, this is also B class. What? Interesting. Okay, cool. So the modules aren't all C. Some of them are B. Okay. So the main difference, as you can see here, B class 10 power, 55 jump thrust instead of the 36. Grav drive health is doubled, and the hull is 75 instead of 5. So we're going to really quickly, we'll merge them in a minute, actually. Hold on now. And then what we're going to do is we're going to look at the engines. Okay, so the engine's cool. So the engines, again, just for this one, we're just going to basically be replicating the engines I already have. So here we have the DarkStar ME07B Dun engine from Amadun. As you can see, they're both B class. The main difference is this has 3k more engine thrust and not too much more maneuvering, an extra 400 maneuvering. Health is the same, hull is a little bit more, which is really nice. And then we've also got these Nova 1050 engines. Again, we're gonna put our own little ones in here. There's no, okay, cool. So the main difference between the Nova ones is extra 2k engine thrust, extra 400 maneuvering thrust, and then more, obviously, more health and stuff. So we're going to... So now we're going to do some quick little merging, just to kind of get all these pieces together. I'm going to merge you down. And then we'll check the weapons in a moment. So this is the non oh whoops. Okay, I realize now. Yeah, okay, give me a second. This is the non what would you say? Sorry, this is the non-New Game Plus variant of the weapons, all the gear. We'll check out the New Game Plus variant one in a moment. I always remember these engines these engines do not like playing ball with me. Something about them. I don't know what it is specifically. So what we're going to do is we're going to drop you down there. Are you going to sink for me? You're going to have problems. Okay, you're going to sink. Good. And then we're just going to sink you here. Now again, these are kind of merge techniques. You don't need to, obviously you don't need to do them. You know, I'm just doing them because I'm basically going to kit out my ship the way it is. All right, now on to the next thing we're going to look at is we're going to look at, obviously we have all of the engines in the game. Oh, we have more powerful ones. Oh, they're my engines. I was like, holy crap, they're powerful. All right, so now we've got the cockpits again. Oh, okay, I like this. So the cockpits provide shielded cargo as well as normal cargo. So we're gonna swap out for the cockpit we're currently using, which is this one. So as you can see, the main difference here is it provides more cargo, an extra 125 cargo, more hull, and then it provides 150 shielded cargo, which is very nice. So I'm gonna slap you in there. And of course, it's not going to want to slap in there, so I'm going to have to do some quick little drop-down merging. Ooh. Okay, perfect. And then finally, we are going to look. So cargo. Okay, cool. So we got discrete cargo. DarkStar's patented dimensional cargo. Okay, very cool. Okay. So that basically, I'm assuming. Okay, so this is shielded cargo. Now again, some people might be like, well, this doesn't make sense. How are you supposed to store 500, grams or 500 whatever measurement of cargo? And like the thing is the whole reason behind this mod is it kind of reaches into the Unity and that kind of element of it, the kind of. So again, we can add some shielded cargo. So if we check our landing gear real quick, so you got DarkStar landing gear. Now we'll compare it real quick. So my landing gear, we're making use of these AcU11 landing gear. Do we have any DarkStar AcU11? We do. So these provide more thrust, it seems like. Let me see. Yeah, these provide more thrust. Okay, nice. So for the most part, they just seem to increase the thrust by one. No, some cases two. Okay, nice, nice. So it obviously turns the most powerful one in the game to a 5 instead of 4, which is very handy. And then we need we're missing a fuel tank, aren't we? No, we're not. Okay, cool. And then our fuel tanks, we have our DarkStar fuel tanks here. Discrete fuel tank again. Which is pretty interesting. So we're going to use these to mount weapons on, just to show that they can mount weapons. And they weigh nothing. Now again, some people might not like that, but that's, if you're not a fan of this probably isn't the mod for you. The whole point of this is to kind of play in on the kind of the lore behind the. Right, so now we'll get to look at the weapons. So we have, if we look at our weapons here, so we've got DarkStar destroyers. Okay, so this is patented overclocked auto ballistic cannon, offers enhanced fire rate, range, reload speed, and available. So again, it's available in multiple variants, which is pretty cool. So what we're going to do is we're going to. Okay, so we've got some burst weapons too. Okay, interesting. So we've got these weapons, as you can see here, they're all based on the same thing. So we've got the destroyer, which is A class, the destroyer, which is B class, And then, where is there? Do we have a C class? Okay, don't know if there's any, don't think there's any C classes currently available here. So yeah, the destroyer is auto ballistic, the devastator is burst, the obliterator is burst, the disintegrator is an auto particle beam, the peacekeeper is an overclocked burst electromagnetic weapon. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna put on some of these. Just looking at the stats, to my knowledge, they don't seem that much more powerful than normal. I mean, they are obviously powerful, but not an absurd amount. So we'll mount some of these. So we'll mount one of these burst weapons here, the DarkStar Devastator, or this is the burst, and then we'll mount B-class destroyer. We're gonna just change the look of them, and then finally we're gonna mount one of these where are these disintegrators? One of these ones here, the Peacekeeper. Like so, and then we're going to try them out. Now we also have turrets, the DarkStar Defender, which is basically just a particle beam turret. So where is the actual, do we have the, where's the auto ballistic cannon, burst ballistic cannon, auto, okay. So we'll try these out. So we've got our destroyer, our devastator, and our peacekeeper. And then just because DarkStar, we're going to give the ship a nice new... There we go. Okay, perfect. Alright, so... we're going to go do some combat real quick and just try out some of these new weapons. And then once we do that, we're going to then go to the clinics, or the, not the clinics, sorry. We're going to go to the other guy, and we're going to try it out. Let me... Okay, cool. Excuse me. I check something. I've seen mention of perks, but I don't know if that meant... Okay, cool. Alright. Chop in our pilot seat. On dock. Alright, so let's try our weapons. We have a lot more power there, as you can see. That's the ballistic. There's the burst ballistic. Okay. Interesting. Okay, I like them so far. I like how they kind of play out. So we're gonna really quickly, we're gonna just try and jump to a system and find someone to shoot at. We'll go to Vega real quick and see if we can. Now I'm playing on normal difficulty. Which I'm assuming if you're playing on very hard difficulty, the ships will be far more wellness added. What happened? Interesting, okay. Okay, there's nothing here. Let's jump to... I will be back. I'm gonna pause here until I find some enemies. Alright, so we have found a Crimson Fleet Ghost that is my friend, but, you know, we don't abide by pirates. So we're gonna have to shoot at him. We can destroy the asteroid. I was last night on stream. I was fiddling with a perk that basically made made space combat faster, so I'm like not used to it now, being like slower. I realize also I decided for some reason I decided to come with ballistic weapons instead of lasers, but That's fine though, because we have our particles. Obviously, I could have put more on, but you know. Okay, yeah. So they're pretty decent against enemy. Like once you get the shields down, this particle. Why are you just sitting there, Vindicator? Oh, Vindicator. And we've got the Crimson Fleet White. Something I'm noticing with these particles is they recharge very quickly. I think this is the burst particle, I believe. Okay, so one of the things I was kind of nervous about coming into this was that the weapons were going to be wholly overpowered, because I noticed that's something a lot of modders tend to do when they make sort of content that kind of changes how the game works. Basically, they kind of make them way too overpowered, but thankfully that is not the case. Wicked has done a good job. Now, obviously, when you're configuring the mod, you can definitely have more overpowered stuff if you want to. And then if you feel like maybe you don't like that you have a little bit of an advantage, you can also nerf yourself a little bit. So now we're going to head to the den, and we're going to check out the vendor that is selling the kind of the stuff that you only get after going to New Game Plus. So all in all, the vendor we've seen in the clinic, he appears after, I believe, level 35. And so far, his stuff was pretty good. It's definitely a decent kind of jump. Nothing too crazy. So now we'll head to the den. I don't know why I'm getting the combat music, but let's see how this vendor. And then after this, we have some other stuff we can do. Board. Alright, so for whatever reason I keep hearing the sound that's kind of weird. So something I do note is the Starborn service guy, or the DarkStar service guy, he seems to mimic this guy, and obviously I'm assuming it's just a copy of this guy with a unique inventory. But maybe potentially, I don't know how hard this might be, Wicked, but maybe kind of give him his own spot, just because it looks a bit strange. They're kind of like, you know, mimicking one another. But then that's just me. Alright, so hello there. Alright, so now if we take a look at this stuff now. So this, obviously, we've got the same stuff available. Okay, so I see... Obviously, I'm not high enough in New Game Plus to get all of the stuff. But the B class here jumps up to 4K, so I'm assuming the C class will be a lot higher. And then if we look at the... Okay, so these weapons I don't have access to... Why do I not have access to them? Interesting. Okay, it requires something that I can't see. So I'm going to assume it requires perks. So just to confirm, what I'm going to do is I'm going to really quickly give myself some perks, and then we'll be right back. All right, we're back. So yeah, so I just added the console. I console commanded in some stuff, and I was able to get them working. So I believe in order, I can't see what else is required. But I basically just unlocked beam weapons, particle weapons, ballistic weapons, and now I unlocked those perks, and I have them. Let me actually show you real quick. Here we go. Yeah, so I unlocked ballistic, energy, EM, automated, and particles, and that unlocked them. So I'm assuming you would need them, because I know it says you need specific perks. That's one of the mod configurations. You can choose to not have it. So we've got B class and A class again. So this vendor here, just to confirm, this vendor appears when you have completed a New Game Plus. So as you can see here, the discrete cargo has jumped up. It's jumped up to 1,000 now instead of 500, which is very nice. And then the cockpits, has the cockpits jumped up as well? Yeah, the cockpits have jumped up as well. They now offer 150 or 300 shielded cargo instead of 150. And okay, I can see there it requires ship command 1, which is pretty interesting. And then the dockers don't change anything. See, the weapons require engine systems 1, 2, or the ships require engine systems up to engine systems 2. Now, if we compare real quick, just looking at them, 24,000, 24.3. Okay. 24.3 and then 495. Okay, so interestingly, 2957, 2957. So I'm not sure. I'm gonna really quickly unlock the engine system just to double check. Okay, so yeah, so these require engine system. And then these equipments here, they require Astrodynamics. Fuel tanks don't require anything. These again, these kind of increase the cargo or the lift potential, the thrust. These require robotics to work. So again, they just seem to have went up by 1 to my knowledge. Yeah, so the base version of this Nova is 4. The vendor in the clinics, DarkStar vendor at the clinic, they go to a 5. And then this vendor, they go to a 6, which is pretty nice. And then the grav drive jumps up to 50. Let me check. Is it 55? 55. Now, the thing is, I'm not noticing. Hold on. What am I missing? 55, 375. 55, 3. Give me a second. Okay, so I'm not exactly sure. So we're gonna get some perks going real quick, just to unlock everything else. So we'll be right back. Okay, so now that I have everything unlocked, we can kind of get a better look at things. So if we go to the obviously with the cargo, the cockpits, we've kind of covered the cockpits already. They just get an increase, pretty nice. If we go to the engines, now this is what's kind of confused me just a little bit. So this is the ME09 Nova 10. This is the XE09. So this is the DarkStar re-engineered, DarkStar Unity enhanced Nova engines. Okay, so now the difference between these require engine systems too. These don't. The difference, there's no difference. Now I don't know if that's a bug on my part or if that's an intended feature. Because basically it makes this vendor's stuff redundant. Now if we look again, if we look at the Hammondon, now you'll notice I do not have access to C-class stuff here. And that is because I believe Wicked was saying you need to do, I think, New Game Plus 6 to unlock everything fully, I think. But just going off of kind of what I've seen here, they're all the exact same. Which again, I'm assuming that's a bug. Just because these are supposed to be better. I mean, it says in there they're Unity enhanced. And then the subspace deflectors, they're pretty cool. Again, they give shielded and they give some hull. They also give 1 crew, which is really nice. The fuel tanks, they work as intended. They double. Landing gear also works as intended, doubles. The jump drive doesn't. Weirdly, it stays the exact same. And then reactor. Again, if we look at the reactor, 50 power versus, I believe it's also 58 power. So again, this, I only have access to the B-class engine, obviously. but my B class or my C class is better than the B class. In like almost every way. And then finally we have the weapons, which we're going to look at now. So I'm currently using the M60 destroyer, which is, I believe, let me see. So starborn, overclocked, auto ballistic. Okay, so these are actually different. Let me see. Okay, so what do I need for these? Okay, so these are the destroyers. So this one is A class, 19.5 range. Okay, this more range. Okay, do I have a B? 19.4 range, 11 fire rate, 49 damage, 11 fire, 58 damage, 9 electromagnetic. So the only real difference is it adds some electromagnetic damage. Now again, just going off of the stats of these. Okay, so we'll go with some other ones real quick if I look at these. So we have this bad boy is the Peacekeeper, and this is the Devastator. So I think we still have a Devastator, do we? Or do I not have that too? Okay, we don't have the Devastator. The Devastator, again, A class, it's 1950, 11, 2200, 11, 58 and 14, 67 and 16. And then, so yeah, so again, I'm not sure if like that was an intended feature where these do less damage, but they get access to the electromagnetic perk, which there's nothing inherently wrong with that, but it's just an interesting one. Now, if we've have some weapons here, so we have DarkStar patented Starborn enhanced lasers. So we're gonna kit some of these out real quick. So we're gonna make these in looking like actual lasers, which we can't. That's an interesting one. I will say I would have liked to have had these, be able to make these as lasers. But I mean, again, that's fine. Okay, these require 10 power, so these are going to be pretty beefy. Okay, cool. And then we have, so the, that's an auto laser. Wait, no. Which one did I go for? Okay, this is the disruptor. DarkStar disruptor. Burst particle. Enhanced laser offers enhanced fire rate range and EM charge, merging the weapon with Unity. And then we have the DarkStar's patented Starborn enhanced burst particle beam, offers enhanced fire rate. And then we've got enhanced auto particle beam. I want to say, is this what this is? The Peacekeeper. Okay, so this is the Peacekeeper you can buy in the clinic vendor, and this is the one you buy here. Now this one is a straight downgrade. Again, A versus B. Okay, and then we've got the DarkStar Defender, which is a particle beam turret. So we're gonna slap that bad boy on there. We're gonna put 2 of them. And then we've got our disruptor there. And then do we have another 10? Okay, so the DarkStar Annihilator missiles. We're gonna unlock them very quickly just to try them out, and then we'll be right back. I'm gonna just use the console command. All right, so yeah, so it's pretty much kind of using common sense. Sorry, let me move my mic. Using common sense, the rocket or the missile weapons require you to have the missile perks. Particles require you to have the particle perks at max level. So these bad boys, the DarkStar, we can actually compare these. So as you can see, the range a little bit less, a little bit better fire rate. The damage is astronomical: 500 damage to 365 shield and 71. All right, so we're gonna slap this bad boy on, and we're gonna try our new weapons. So we've got our disruptor, our annihilator, and then our defender. Okay, cool. So we're gonna really quickly go and try this out. So yeah, all in all, it's a really cool mod so far. Oh, let me undock. Whoops. I do like the I do like the kind of the upgrades, the weapons. I like that they kind of feel the only kind of negative I have is, like I was saying, it'd be cool if you could you could use the laser weapons as a kind of a, as a choice for the aesthetic point of view. So we're gonna really quickly try and find someone to shoot at. Anyone over here? Of course, when I go to look for someone to fight, we'll be back. We're gonna look for someone to fight. All right, so we just literally got into combat, and my turrets are absolutely doing work. God damn, these turrets are very powerful. So we've got obviously the laser, which is a full laser, which looks insane. Oh, and then we have, these are the starborn missiles. Okay, these are very cool. I like this. Right, we're going to try and find some more enemies to fight. Got a hostile faction stronghold. Nice, nice. I will say that was something that Wicked, because I was speaking to Wicked in the Discord, plug the Discord if you guys want to join Starfield Anonymous, good old Discord. But he was saying that he made use of Crimson Fleet Phantom. We're going to get close to the Phantom, lock on, and fire our missiles. You can see the missiles are very, very powerful. And the turrets are very good too. So when these missiles hit, they do like an EMP effect, I believe. Yeah, they do, which is really cool. I don't think I can shoot the star station, can I? No, I can't. So these lasers are very cool. Why can't I highlight you? Hello? Okay, we're gonna have to... I will say I really like this laser, and those turrets are very powerful, which I really like. Get everything? Okay, the star station, I don't think we can destroy it. Oh no, we can. What? Apparently we can destroy it, but I'm not going to, because yeah. So that's pretty much all in regarding to the ship stuff. Now we're going to check out the outpost stuff. So we're going to really quickly head to our outpost. Where is my outpost on this planet? Is it? Yeah, okay, it's on Olympus. Cool, cool. So he's got some cool little kind of little things you can place down on the outpost, which we're going to go check out. So let's really quickly head to the... Oh, I'm in combat, apparently. There, look, we'll be back. I'm gonna make the jump. All right, so we're here on our my little we're here in my my outpost. I'm just gonna look through some of the objects we can get. So where is there? I'm just looking. So storage. So it seems like you can. This costs credits. So we have some storage options here. This storage option, it's an enhanced storage. It's a solid storage, which has a 100,000 limit. And then we have another one here. This is the DarkStar Storage Liquid. Oh, okay, I'm stupid. So this is basically an upgraded version of these storage. So say, for instance, this storage here has... I don't know the limit. I'm going to put one down actually real quick. What is the limit of you? Build mode. So the limit of you is... Because this is a limit of 450. No, that was me. Yeah, this is a limit of 450. Which the... if we go back and we look at the DarkStar variants... The DarkStar variants have a limit of 1,000. And then again, the warehouse, they all have a limit of 1,000. Now, I will say, given how powerful these are, I'm kind of surprised that they only require credits. Again, I'm not sure if without the creation kit, if it's possible to make them require more stuff. But given how powerful these are, I think it'd make a lot of sense to have them require some like super rare stuff. Like maybe require, some of the rare mineral that you get when you when you harvest the artifacts, or even just some high level. But again, that's just me. So then if we check, we've nothing else there. Perfect. Okay, and then we have our miscellaneous. So we have our DarkStar shipbuilder, which overlapping player. What? Excuse me. Okay, we're gonna have to go thingy mode. Okay, cool. So again, we're gonna have to remove. We're gonna remove this. And then, so we've got our DarkStar shipbuilder. We've got, okay, what is this? DarkStar terminus. So the shipbuilder comes with the shipbuilder and DarkStar inventory, the terminus, additional attached components for your convenience. Enhanced shipbuilder, DarkStar landing pad with shipbuilder and standard full inventory. Enhanced terminus, DarkStar landing pad with shipbuilder, standard full inventory. And then DarkStar terminus 2. So we're going to put down that DarkStar terminus 2. Nope, I completely failed at putting it down. No, don't go there. Okay. And then we also have, we have a DarkStar Trade Authority kiosk, which is very cool. We've got a Starborn Services kiosk. Put that down there. We have, we have a Terror Brew. We have a Tranquility. We have a Chunks. And I believe that's it. All right, so let's check out these real quick just to confirm. That is really cool, though. Oh, I already see it. I can see the terminals already. So you got your Trade Authority terminal, DarkStar. Oh my god, okay, it has a lot of credits. Wait, buy? Wait, I can buy stuff? Okay, so it also sells stuff, which is interesting. I'm not sure if this is like a predetermined vendor list or not, but that's actually quite cool that it has stuff for sale. And it has an awful lot of credits, which again, I don't mind. I personally don't really mind that. I think it's nice, but maybe like for I don't know how the super balanced mode is, but maybe give like players an option to have like not that many credits. Obviously, we know that the vendor's credits in the game is a bit of a joke, but maybe like cap it at like maybe 50k or maybe 100k potentially. But aside from that, got some clothes here. Okay, and then we got some throwables, and then what do we have? Notes. Oh, yeah. Oh, we'll have to check that. Okay, we got some books here. Let me check these. Because I know Wicked is an author, so I'm assuming. Okay. Okay, this is cool. So new perks have been added. Okay. Several vendors have been infiltrated, non-scanned high traffic locations. You may ask any of the vendors. Okay. Interesting. Okay, thank you for choosing. And then we've got history. I don't know if these are vanilla or not. They may be. They may not be. Okay. That's pretty cool though. And then we have our oh, I'm crouching. So we have our DarkStar Starborn services where they say, oh, hello there. Jesus Christ. We've got the DarkStar Eviscerator. And we have the DarkStar Violator. So they both have really good perks. Values maybe a little low. I feel like with these weapons being as powerful as they are, maybe kind of bump up the price a little bit. So we're going to buy both of these. And then, okay, cool. So we've got the DarkStar Mark 1 spacesuits. Again, I think they're only Mark 1 because this playthrough's only been through it twice, but I'm going to use... We've got These are all the spacesuits, though, I think, which is cool. So we've got the Astra. We're going to go with that one there. And then notes, we've got another note on Astrodynamics, and then the ammo. Now, I don't know if you're able to set how much ammo is in them, but considering maybe have a little bit more ammo. All right, let me try these weapons, because they I know Wicked was telling me about these. Okay, we've got the Eviscerator, which is a legendary particle beam rifle. It's got Shattering, Rapid, and Instigating. Okay, interesting, pretty nice. And then we have the Violator, which has Shattering, Hitman, Instigating. Okay, cool. Nice. I like that you can buy the armor from these vendors. Then we got the DarkStar Terra Brew. Okay, this is just your standard Terra Brew, which just makes sense. Tranquility, again, they're just selling Tranquility. Nice, and then we have the DarkStar Chunks, which you can just buy all the chunk stuff. Okay, perfect. And then we're going to head up and check the vendor. So the vendor here has a load of different sites. We've got our Constellation Mission Board, normal mission board for self-clearance, DarkStar Terra Brew, Chunks, Quility, and then we should have the DarkStar TA, Shipbuilding Console, Starborn Services. And then we have vendor over here we have the various storage, solid, liquid, gas, and warehouse. Let's really quickly, we'll check this vendor. Oh, we can buy ships? Oh. Oh, you can... Okay, so this may be all the ships in the game? Well, not all of them, but the base variants. That is quite cool. Okay, so then let's build an enhanced ship just to see what we got here. So again, we've got our DarkStar ones there, and then we have access to, okay, this has all of the ship vendor stuff in the game, which is very nice. Again, with the reactors, we got the normal reactors, and then I'm assuming we got the DarkStar ones at the top. Yeah, we got the DarkStar ones at the top. And then, what do we got here? We got the DarkStar Grav Drives. Okay, so... Alright, I believe that's everything. Let me just double check. Yeah, that is everything. Okay, so all in all, that is it's right. So maybe my thoughts. So all in all, I think it's a very cool mod. It's definitely something I would recommend running when you're if you're the sort of person where you kind of plan on going through the Unity and kind of going through the new game pluses, and you kind of want something to kind of what would you say, to what's the word? You want something to not meld. There's a word for basically to work alongside it. This is definitely a very cool mod for that. I love the additions with the vendor terminals and stuff, like being able to spawn them are very cool. The weapons, again, the ship weapons and stuff is really cool. For the most part, the weapons seem very balanced, which I like. Now, I will say I don't have access to the final tier of weapons, but just going off of what I was looking at, it'd be interesting to see if those the Unity infused weapons from the second vendor, if they're supposed to be like lower damage and in return they just offer the EM, or if like that's a bug. And then yeah, aside from that, the only real negatives I have, like I was saying, was it'd be nice if you added more of the models to the ship-based weapons, so we can actually use the laser, like the laser turret, like the laser weapon models for the lasers. And then these vendors here, like you have multiple versions of like what to choose, and I would say like with the example of this DarkStar terminal, realistically, I'd probably say if people are choosing the default or the more balanced, I'd say maybe tweak the vendor credits a little bit, like set the vendor credits maybe a max of 100k. But they're selling all the weapons. That's really cool. I like that. Again, I'm not sure if you had to like set up those weapons so that each one, or if it's just like random. But if it is random, that's really cool. I like that. And then the only real other thing is the DarkStar Starborn. I'd probably increase the value of some of these items. Like these seem kind of fair at 25k, but I recommend increasing the weapons to something a little bit higher. Like maybe make them like 50, 60k each, maybe. Just so you have to kind of grind for them. I know you said the whole point is they're supposed to be available straight out of the Unity. But given that these are pretty powerful weapons, and they're weapons that you'll probably, I mean, they can carry you through playthroughs, maybe increase the price. And then the other thing is the ammo. Again, I'm not sure if you can actually set how much ammo a vendor sells, but if you could, I'd maybe set it a little bit higher, like maybe sell like 5,000 of the thingy rounds, the rounds required for the particle rounds, just because these can be quite tricky to find. But yeah, aside from that, Wicked, really really cool mod. I know you've got another mod that complements this. I plan on recording a review of that in the near future. But yeah, all in all, really really cool mod. I look forward to seeing as it expands. Cause I know you said when the creation kit comes out, you're going to be obviously doing some improvements and stuff and kind of adding more. And I know you've got other mods planned and stuff. Oh, you've got some stools. I like that. Nice. But yeah, all in all, great mod. Thanks to everybody who's watching. If you are looking for a mod like this, I would heavily recommend downloading it. There'll be a link to it in the description of the YouTube channel. And yeah, I'll be doing more of these as for now, I'm probably just going to focus on kind of like some of the simpler mods, just because ultimately I want to cover mods that are going to be on the Xbox when the Xbox launches. And I know Wicked himself said that this is going to be one he's going to port to the Xbox, which I like. But yeah, as always, guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you like this sort of content, and check out some of my videos. Bye-bye.